Hi, I'm Karen Kirsting, the Executive Director of UpReach Therapeutic Equestrian Center in Goffstown, New Hampshire. And this is my friend Boone, who's more interested in his lunch snack right now than being on camera. So let me tell you a little bit about UpReach. UpReach was founded in 1992 with a borrowed horse, 2 students, and a handful of volunteers. And here we are celebrating 25 years of partnering with the Power of the Horse to improve the lives of children and adults with disabilities through a variety of programs. We have approximately 65 students that are participating in therapeutic driving. 16 students participate in therapeutic driving. We have approximately 10 individuals participating in equine facilitated mental health with a licensed mental health practitioner. We offered equine assisted learning programs. Some of them are in conjunction with the JACE Foundation, which is JC Dugard's foundation that deals with bullying and trauma. We also have a variety of equine assisted learning programs for school groups, corporate groups, master of the herd, all of those types of activities that can help us really work with the power of the horse to make changes in lives and improve well-being and independence. So how does that all work? Well, with the help of approximately 120 volunteers a week, we can ask those volunteers to act as leaders and sidewalkers in lessons. They help with office tasks, clerical tasks, answering the phone, filing, photocopying, fundraising activities, which we'll talk about more in just a few minutes. We also have volunteers who help in the barn and make sure that stalls like Boone's are cleaned. His water bucket is scrubbed every day so that the habitat for the horses is clean and fresh at all times. After all, they're our most important partners. They're the ones that really do the magic. They just allow us to tag along. So, fundraising. We receive our fundraising through grants, individual donations, corporate donations, from groups such as the Kiwanis, the Rotary, the VFW, the Lions Club, many local organizations which you may participate in or have heard of that are already making an investment into the community. We also have bingo games that provide fundraising for us as well. This year alone, we've raised almost $120,000 from people who have been participating in bingo at the Community Bingo Center on Holt Ave in Manchester, New Hampshire to support UpReach. We don't receive any state or federal funding to provide the programs that we do. The bulk of our programming is considered recreational, and although we have very highly skilled and trained and certified instructors to work with individuals with disabilities, they're not medical practitioners. So therefore, insurance reimbursement is not an option for many of these families. So individuals quite often like to help us by providing scholarship support. An individual lesson costs UpReach about $172 an hour to provide. We charge $55 an hour, and in most cases, approximately 1/3 of our students receive some additional UpReach subsidy for scholarship support due to the generosity of the community, grants funding, and other philanthropic efforts. UpReach is housed on a 96-acre farm that is solely used to provide the equestrian activities that we provide. We don't do any traditional boarding or able-bodied lessons or summer camp programs. All of our participants have some type of special need. Therefore, we are a 501c3 nonprofit charitable organization, and all of the donations are considered tax deductible. Now, our most important partners are our horses. So for those of you who don't get it, or may not like it, let me talk a little bit about the aromatherapy, because for those of us who walk into the barn and take that deep breath and just feel like we're at home, it's kind of like for a lot of others of you who walk into your grandmother's house at Thanksgiving and all the Thanksgiving smells and all of those things. So we'll just talk a little bit about aromatherapy. The biggest component, though, is the physical and emotional therapies that are provided through the equine therapies and activities that we do. The horses are our partners to that success. We currently have approximately 18 horses that are in the barn. We have our little minis that we free lease from Kristen McGraw, our program director. that help in a lot of our unmounted activities are some of our official greeters when students first come in to meet and greet, and we want to make sure that they're meeting a little pony, so one that's not quite as big or could be somewhat intimidating. Those ponies also are visiting ponies, so we will take them to nursing homes, schools, and other organizations, and they can walk right in the building, go right in the elevator, and go right up to the room if the individual at that facility would allow it. There's a wonderfully magical story when Kristen took one of her minis to a nursing home, and there was an older woman who'd been there for quite some time, and since she'd been there, she really hadn't spoken a word. So the staff wheeled her out to meet the pony, and the first thing she did was touch his soft fur and start to whisper stories about when she had a pony when she was growing up. Needless to say, the nursing home staff was thrilled. They now had a common, identifiable conversation starter to help engage this woman in conversation and re-engage her during her stay at the nursing home. So again, the magical touch of just being able to be with a pony is something that we're so humbled to be able to do. Our horses are all different shapes and sizes, ages, breeds. They're here because they are evaluated and love what they do. Some of them are working with individuals who have experienced some sort of trauma, and it's amazing to see the horse really connect and relate, drop their head, all of a sudden become quiet when they need to be. We have other horses that help our individuals who are participating in our riding program by the way they move, their motion, their gait. Someone that has a diagnosis of autism, all of the sensory input of the movement of the horse is really quite important. Some of the horses cause our students to get really bouncy on the horse, so they start to giggle and laugh. And how great to have that kind of laughter just well up as part of your ride. Others are teaching them independence, steering, fine and gross motor skills, decision making, and confidence and independence. A number of our riders are learning to ride independently, and they're starting to canter, some of them on the lead and some of them off the lunge line. So how great to see our clients be able to progress and grow in their riding skills and be able to take advantage of the benefits of partnering with the power of the horse. So Boone and I thank you for allowing us to chat with you online today, and know that our barn doors are always open. We'd love to have you come down and take a visit.